Coming up on this program, we show you how to get connected. Find out how to choose an internet service provider. Discover the newest form of communication, electronic mail.
Ways down and ready to ride. One by one, billion by billion, and holding up half the sky. Raise your hand if you're ready and willing. If you know it's time. Time for a girl on time. Time for a girl on time. Time for a
Hello, we have to get right into it. So you get some full screen, those of you who show up right away, full screen boobage with the shaking while my drink is being made. I bet if I wanted to be a bartender and I dressed like this, I might get some good tips. Did you want yours shaken or stirred with my tongue? Anyways, we have to watch this thing and it's long. And we have to get going, so I'm gonna do what I never do, which is shut the fuck up so that we can get watching it. I already listened in on part of this today. I tell you right now, I think the judge let it go on way too long. I don't know what the fuck is happening. It was like the Monday meeting that you're in and you're like, what is going on? Am I in a fever dream? I just don't know. So, we do have to skip. Oh my Jesus. Oh my Jesus, she says. Oh my Jesus. Those two, this pretty couple will be back next week. Don't worry. Don't worry, folks. I'm going to critique you next week. You can fucking laugh all you want, but you're going to be up for it too. Okay, here we go. All right.
To have a hearing, all right?
Good.
Okay, otherwise it'll just end in the air.
Good.
Okay, thanks. Don't forget your coat, wherever it is.
Thank
Here we go. Don't forget your coat. What the fuck? It's hot. Look at how I'm dressed. Judge? Oh, this is my raspberry sugar-free drink. I don't know if it's sugar. It is sugar. 0 grams of sugar, source of vitamin C, source of magnesium. Do you think because I've been taking vitamins lately that's maybe why I feel good? I don't know. I think there's a few other reasons. But you never know. These are also electrolytes. And raspberry is my favorite flavor.
All right, so I've got my
Judge, you
computer
ready?
back, and so Mr. Pruitt, Ms. Jordan, we're taking up case number 25227. I'm going to put you both under oath. First, Mr. Pruitt, raise your right hand with me. Mr. Pruitt, you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
All right, and Ms. Jordan, if you'd raise your right hand with me, swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good. So, looks like, Ms. Jordan, to you, you got served or given information on the petition, and looks like you got that way back on the 17th. All right. And then, Mr. Pruitt, are you asking for this order to continue?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Ms. Jordan, do you object to this order being issued?
Yes, Your Honor. May I
Okay, so
respond
we'll
to
have a
what you
hearing
said?
then, and we'll
Oh.
talk about the facts here, and I'll make that decision. So first, we'll start with Mr. Pruitt, because he's the one who started this action, and then I'll hear from you, Ms. Jordan. And I have had an opportunity to review a lot of information, all that's been filed with the court at least since the 23rd. Your statement, Ms. Jordan, and as well as here. Let me get that up. Just going to open all those things here so I have them handy.
She's killing me. Hi,
Yeah.
guys.
All right. And All right, so let me just re-review. As you see, I had several hearings. I just want to re-review, make sure I
Yeah, I listened to them. They were all
what
fucking nothing.
I
You
was
reset
wanting to
every one of them.
ask. Then I'll turn to you, Mr. Pruitt.
Yes, Your Honor.
Right. Well, while she does that, I'm going to talk to you guys. I would love to know what you have for dinner tonight. If you didn't like what you have for dinner, tell me what you wish you had for dinner. I personally am eating in a calorie deficit to try and become a bit of a skinny bitch. My AI and I are working on it together. Hence, oh, sir, why are you so sweaty? Brian, like, what's going on here? But I'm terrible at it. So she has already learned that I will likely eat McDonald's or fucking
And I
a
should have said
burrito.
this. I'm looking back and
Whoops.
forth because I've got things electronic. So I'm looking at a couple of screens here. I'm listening and likely going to be looking at what you wrote while you're talking to me. And if you direct me to something in particular, so understand that's what I'm doing.
Yes, Your Honor.
Here it is.
Mine are smooth and smell very nice because I just had a shower and I shaved my legs and my armpits.
All
Brian,
right, so
both of these
Mr.
people are
Pruitt, let
crazy.
me turn to you first. In your petition, you kind of started us out with July 11th is what caused you, it sounds like, to come to the court, even though you've been receiving things for a while that you didn't want, but July 11th caused you to come to court. So before apparently wasn't an issue so much. Is there anything else about what you've written down or provided that you want the court to know or want to focus me in on or?
Yes, I mean, I'll get in detail as much as you'd like, Your Honor. Everything stated in there that Miss Jordan and I had a relationship for a few weeks and then things turned sour, and I felt that I had to get the order due to everything that's in the evidence. I asked her repeatedly to stay away from me and my son. She didn't. It was really continuous harassment that you could see in there, listed in
Well,
very
you say that she
Mhm.
didn't, how old is your son again?
8 years old, ma'am.
Okay, and so when you say that she didn't stay away from you and your son, did she have independent contact with your son?
Not independent, ma'am. He comes to visit me, so she made herself known when he's around.
How did she make herself known?
If we would go to the park across the street, she would come by or with her dog, even after I told her not to be around me and my son. She,
Did she live nearby such that that park made sense or not?
it does, ma'am. That's part of the issue too. Her residence might even be 1,000 feet from my door.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, so that park is also something that anyone living around there would use.
Yeah, absolutely, ma'am. But
Okay.
she continued to ring my doorbell at all hours of the night and pound on my door. She was arrested for violating the order on the 21st.
Hmm.
By the Tenino Police, Officer McLeland, and I've got a case number for that.
Okay, see, there's a charge, and that was how did that come to be?
Yes, ma'am. After she was served by Sheriff Deputy Cassidy, she left a package on my doorstep and is very creepy. Had my son's name on it. I didn't ask for it. She knew shouldn't come to my residence, and then Officer McLeland called me and told me that they had arrested her for violating the order. And
So
also,
tell me a little bit more about so you come out to your doorstep, what time, what happened? Give me
yes, ma'am.
details there.
I just came home one night and the package was at my door there. She had mentioned before that she had a package for him before I had told her not to come around, and then I told her not to deliver it. But I guess after everything, she still felt she needed to deliver it, and so she violated the order.
So, all right, so you come home, there's a package. What
Yes,
was it
ma'am.
in a box, in a bag? What was it?
It was in like a styrofoam package, but wrapped in black plastic, and then it ripped in the front just so you could see a little bit of the white, and she wrote his name on it. And I didn't open
Okay,
it.
wrote your son's name. And
Yes.
then, so you pick it up and what'd you do with it?
I just brought it in and put it next to the door, and the police took it for evidence, ma'am.
So did you open it any farther?
No, ma'am.
So
The
do you
police
have any
ordered me
idea
not.
what's in it?
No, the police said not to.
Okay, and so that's in Tenino Police possession, and that happened, or you found it on July 21st?
Yes, ma'am.
When was the last time that you were on your doorstep
Oh,
before
I'm
the
sorry.
21st?
No, ma'am. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I found the package the night she was served on the 17th.
well, okay, so on the 17th you found it.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, about what time?
In the late afternoon time.
Okay, so after 3 p.m., you think?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Definitely.
After 5 p.m.?
Six,
What do you think?
7. Yeah.
6 or 7 p.m. on the 17th.
Yes,
I'm
ma'am. And she
asking
was
us to
served
understand more about, let's see, return of service came in from the
3:54.
sheriff.
Mm-hmm.
They said they served her on July 18th, served the same on July 21st. So it was before the service.
I have him served it. I have her served. It's the 17th at 3:54, ma'am, by Sheriff Cassidy. And I got the proof that they sent me, the document.
I'm looking at the sheriff's return of service.
Mm-hmm.
Derek Sanders, do hereby certify, sir, the temporary protection order hearing notice petition, Zoom hearing instructions on July 15th. Served the same on July 17th.
Mm-hmm.
3:54 is when it was signed. Okay, and then there was another return of service for some reason. See attachment A. So I don't know what that was about. I think you were served with the motion. Okay, that's it.
Oh,
All
yeah,
right, you served and then you were
I
served.
was
All right, so July 17th, that officer signed it
Mm-hmm.
about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and you said you received it. You came to so, all right, between 4 p.m. and when you found it, were you home? Where were you?
No, ma'am, I was with my son out, and we
Okay.
came back home, and I grabbed the package before he could see it.
Do you come in and out of your front door routinely?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes,
And
ma'am. That's
so,
the main door.
so sometime, when did you leave your home?
Oh, it would have been early that afternoon, ma'am.
Okay, so some
About
1 p.m.?
1. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. So you're gone for about 5 hours. She served notice sometime in that time. You
Mm-hmm.
received that package sometime in
Yes,
that
ma'am.
time.
And the
All
officer
right.
also stated, ma'am, that she still has surveillance pointed in my direction, which is a violation of the order.
So I can't take any statements from law enforcement without them being here, but
Okay.
let me ask you more about your petition. So
Mm-hmm.
the day that you called, stepping back about a week, you're saying that on the, let me get to this, that on the 11th, why can't I find it now? There it is. July 11th was the most recent event that caused you to come to the court.
Yes, ma'am. That's right. She tried to bust through my door.
That's what you said. What does that mean?
Yeah, so the harassment, ma'am, was like constant knocking, doorbell rings, middle of the night, 2, 3 in the morning.
Well, I'm talking about July 11th. Let's talk
Right.
about July 11th.
And so that
Phone
was
in there.
yes, ma'am. So it was another knock and so forth on the door. She pounded on it, and my girlfriend was actually here at the time. And so I opened the door, and she started yelling that I don't have a girlfriend and I need to let her in. And she started ramming her body into the door. And I put my legs out to stop the door, and it actually created a bruise on my leg. And so I do have a witness, but that was the main one where I said, "This is it. I mean, you've caused me injury. I'm worried about my son." She was sending me emails just constant.
Well, let me step back before you get too far. Let me ask questions
Yeah.
about this. So, then when when did you last tell her that want nothing to do with her before the 11th? That leave
Oh
me
gosh,
alone, don't come over.
it'd been weeks and weeks beforehand, ma'am, in texts
What do
and
you think, weeks and weeks? What does that mean? Sometime in
let's see.
June?
No, not that far back. I would say
Into July?
at least the first week of July, ma'am, I'd say.
Okay, so before the July 4th holiday?
Yes.
Okay, so maybe the first week in July, you told her, and what did you tell her? How did you tell her?
I texted her, ma'am, that I didn't want her any part to contact me or anybody in my life ever, no matter electronic and in any way possible. I didn't want her involved in my life.
All right, so that would have been the first week of July.
Hmm.
And then anything between that first week in July and July 11th that you talked to her, sent her a text, phoned her, sent her a note, any contact that you initiated?
No, ma'am. I made sure that I blocked her on everything and did not like keep it going. I didn't
Okay.
instigate anything. I just kept a record of all her messages and such for evidence.
Okay. All right. So then going back to in your petition, I think it's page 12, when you talked about previous events to July 11th that troubled you, but you didn't come to the court, daily unwanted emails, unsolicited physical mail, harassment of your current partner, and uninvited late night visits.
Yes, ma'am.
So you said how long, when did you start to know each other and when did it end? What was the time frame?
Um, I couldn't tell you an exact date, ma'am, but we only dated for a few weeks. I met her on an online dating site, and she helped me get the apartment that I'm in now. That's why we live so close. It wasn't a big deal then.
What
Um,
was this year?
oh, yes, ma'am, just in June. And
Okay, so you met in June online?
maybe late May. Yes, ma'am. And we
Okay,
were
so late
talking
May
for,
maybe
yeah,
you
we were
met.
talking for a while, finally met, and we started dating, I'd say, for a few weeks.
Okay, and sometime between late May and July, the first week in July, you dated for a few weeks.
Yes, ma'am.
And then the first week in July, you said, don't want anything to do with you, stop contacting me.
Yeah, her behavior was very unusual, ma'am, and I stopped it. Yeah.
Okay, so those unwanted emails, physical mail, harassment of your current partner, and the late night visits all occurred late May to the first week in July.
Yes, ma'am.
So when did they become unwanted?
They were always unwanted after I told her not to contact me again, ma'am. I mean, she was sticking
So,
notes to my girlfriend's car. I mean, it was just,
wait, so after the first week in July, they became unwanted or earlier?
um, let's see. We met late May, talked for a while. I'd say we dated in June. So late June, early July, I would have told her not to contact me again, which she still continued all those items that you mentioned, ma'am.
Okay, so, and so all that happened late June, first week of July. All right.
Mhm.
Um, and there were a couple of things I saw that you filed as exhibits here, the email examples. I don't know often when these happen. Sometimes they're dated, but I also don't know. Well, I think when it's titled, I think I can tell who's saying what. So that would have gone back to July 20 or June 22nd
Mhm.
and talking about things. How were those?
Yes, ma'am. It's very
Um,
strange. She was sending me messages as if we were having conversations, but I wasn't answering or sending anything back.
well, but you said that you had dated. Um,
Yeah, but this was after everything.
well, this is July 22nd,
Yes, ma'am.
23rd. Do you mean that's when you broke it off? How did you break it off?
Yeah, all of those are just evidence after we broke it off, ma'am. So I don't have an exact date. I told her to leave me alone, but it was before all that.
Okay, well, and how did you do that? How did you let her know to leave you
Oh,
alone?
I told her in person, ma'am. She came over to my son in the park again, and I went and talked to her personally to her face. And I said I didn't appreciate her coming and talking to me with my son there, and that I wanted her to never contact me and my son or anybody again. And it was in person, but she still continued that stuff, ma'am.
Okay. Do you have an idea when that in-person contact happened where you told her no?
Sure. Would have been on a Tuesday. And so, because
Okay.
let's see, in June I had my son on Tuesdays, and probably I would say the 3rd or the 10th, ma'am.
Okay, so if we made it as late as the 10th,
Mm-hmm.
you told her in person, want nothing to do with you. So
Yes,
then
ma'am.
after that, did you text her, phone her, seek her
No,
out, go to her home, send
no,
her
ma'am.
anything?
Nope.
None of that. So
No,
after
ma'am.
the 10th of June, you think you made it clear in person, don't contact me. And then by text, late June, first week of July, or I mean, in person, you told her on June 10th.
Mm-hmm.
And then by the first week of July, by text.
Mm-hmm.
And then, all right. And
Yes,
then
ma'am.
these messages,
That was just to show a pattern, ma'am.
okay, so you'd get these messages and you didn't respond.
No, ma'am.
And these were all after June 10th.
Oh, yeah. It was like
All right.
several messages a day, and they just went straight to my trash file, and I just kept them as evidence. So I
And then
blocked
there's
her.
a paper message. He's using you to get back at me, paid escort. So sorry, he's a
Mhm.
sex addict, hours a day, tried to leave him for months, finally free. Can you get me what? I can't read the rest of it.
Yeah, she taped that
So
to my
what's that?
girlfriend's. She taped that to my girlfriend's vehicle, ma'am.
All right. So, and that was at the place that you're obviously staying now. You're, all
That's my
right,
residence,
whereas
ma'am.
almost probably within 1,000 feet of Ms. Jordan.
Yeah, that's why I didn't know if I could request a residential buffer, ma'am.
Okay, we'll talk all about that. We're at the stage of whether this order is going to issue or not, and if it issues, then we'll think about that. But right now,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
then there's a letter. It looks like the envelope, is to you, mailed in Tacoma. June 30th is the postmark.
Yes, ma'am.
Um,
That's
and
from
so what am I to take from this letter?
that. It was unwanted, ma'am. It was to me telling me she loved me.
How did you know it was from Ms. Jordan?
It's in her writing.
Okay. Had you received written communication from her before?
Yes, ma'am.
And anything in here in the context of it as well
No, it's just
that
loving.
makes you think
Yeah.
think it was Ms. Jordan?
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. I mean, that was the only person I had dated at that time for a while, ma'am. It was nobody else it could have been.
Okay. All right. So you received this sometime after June 30th. So it was posted at least on June 30th.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you're saying that June 10th, you said, don't contact me. All right.
Mhm.
Was there, since you were living within, you think, 1,000 feet of Ms. Jordan since June 10th, or did you have incidental bump into each other, see each other, common area, anything like that?
No, honestly, ma'am, I've just been kind of staying in my place. Kind
So,
of,
okay, so you
yeah.
hadn't bumped into each other. There's not a common laundry room or something like that, or,
No, no, we got two separate apartment complexes. They're just close. Like her front door faces my back door. It's just close proximity. And we're in a small town, unfortunately, like, really small, like no, barely
yeah,
stoplights and small grocery
I
store
know
combined
it's
with a
small.
hardware store. Yeah.
Yeah, so you hadn't bumped into each other at the grocery store, the hardware store, in and around where you live.
I haven't gone out, to be honest with you, ma'am. This has all been so troubling. I don't want to run into her or anything.
Okay, all right. All right. Well, I've asked a lot of questions. Is there anything else that you think I should
Mm,
know or think about before I turn to Ms. Jordan?
mm, Not that I can recall, ma'am. Unless you want the case number for when she was arrested and I think that's about it.
Yeah, I can't do anything with a case
Yeah,
number.
yeah,
Doesn't tell me anything but a case
yeah,
number. But I can hear from you. What I did is what happened from your point of view to call and when you
yeah.
called. So
Yeah,
I
thank you, ma'am.
understand
I
that.
think I think that's the whole story based on my recollection. Um, yeah, I mean, we dated, we broke it off. She continued harassment. I said stop. She didn't. And then I got injured. She violated it and was arrested. I think that's about it.
Okay. All right, so let me turn to you, Ms. Jordan, and I've got your declaration here that you filed.
And before she speaks, I'll speak very quickly and say I'm excited to hear what she has to say. I hope she's totally coherent, cohesive, and a good storyteller, because it would be a terrible shame if she wasn't. Dark, subtle foreshadowing.
The information you filed with the court. And let me hear from you.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Hello.
Just a short preliminary. I have autism and speech impediment, so if I speak slowly, just bear with me.
I will. Thanks for letting me know that. So,
This is very disturbing, by the way. I'm sorry,
it
go ahead.
always is. It always is. But what you've heard a lot of information, you've read the information, you filed your declaration. What would you like me to know?
First of all, Your Honor, in the beginning of this, I don't remember who mentioned what about the petition, that I was served on, I believe it was the 18th, was last Thursday, the 18th, Your Honor?
Mhm.
Okay.
All right.
So the petition that I was given, on the page where it says, I'm providing this or that, what page is that? Well, in any case, I didn't get any attachments with the petition as to what the petitioner is alleging.
So you did not get screenshots of
No,
email
ma'am. No.
log? You didn't
The
get
the
a
only page
picture? Okay.
I got was a blank piece of paper with a blue border looking thing at the top.
So you didn't get a picture, looks like it's on a counter of an envelope to Mr. Pruitt with a written letter. You didn't get that?
No, ma'am.
You didn't get photos
Or
of,
no, Your Honor, I'm sorry.
oh, you didn't get photos of a leg with bruises?
No, Your Honor, I didn't get any of that. I would like the court to know I did retain counsel over all of this disturbing stuff, but they're currently in another hearing right now, because they were scheduled there before we were made aware of this petition. But
All right.
I prefer to handle this today than have it reset, Your Honor. But no, I did not get any attachments of anything, just the petition itself. That's the first issue.
We know what we sent as a service packet. Which would have included his exhibits.
It should have, yes, and then there's
Yeah.
instructions for how to do this.
Yeah.
I mean, unless he
All right.
filed those unless he filed that stuff after and not with the petition, is why I didn't get it.
So the other issue, you've hired counsel. Who's your attorney?
Chris Taylor.
All right. And he's unavailable today and he hasn't made what we call a notice of appearance yet in this case. All right.
It's-
Expect that he's presenting you here.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that last part.
You expect that he's going to represent you on this protection order issue or the anti-harassment order violation?
Yes, ma'am. Not this.
On the criminal case?
Correct.
Okay, so he's not, all right, you don't expect him here today.
Correct.
All right.
I just wanted to put that on the record,
when-
Your Honor, but
Yeah, when you were sent information, you also have an information sheet that tells you to look into the court file and there's Zoom instructions, how to get into the court file.
I have Zoom instructions.
All right. And they
Um,
tell you about the court file.
this one says, how do I see what has been filed?
Yeah.
That one?
Yeah. Tells you how to get in and look what's been filed.
Okay, yeah.
So all right, you did do that.
My attorney asked me about a photo of a leg. It didn't appear to be Mr. Pruitt, Your Honor. It looked inconsistent with what he claims as a door jam or something.
Okay. Well, tell me about your end of this from,
Yes, ma'am.
late May, you've met online.
Yes, Your Honor. I don't know if you've had a chance to read the very detailed, I've kept an account of text messages. Do you have that, Your Honor?
I have what you filed with the court only, what you filed, what he filed.
It's
And so I have
titled,
two exhibits. I have your declaration of the respondent, which is you, and I have the motion to dismiss in response to the petition. And that's what I've looked at from you, what you filed with the court. So, first off, so tell me about, when do you think this relationship ended?
Your Honor, to be completely honest, there was never a relationship. Mr. Pruitt is exaggerating to the court. He's exaggerated quite extensively, which is why this is all disturbing. It's also disturbing that he lied to law enforcement about this package,
Let me focus. Yeah, let me focus you in here. So no relationship, meaning, so how did you get to know each other?
He was homeless, Your Honor, and he did this sad, sobby story to me too, that he needed help. He couldn't get an apartment anywhere because.
How did you meet though? How did you meet?
In Lacey.
Okay, in person?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you met somewhere in Lacey. And when was that, do you think?
The end of April, I believe, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. And so then you helped him get an apartment?
I've known most of you
No,
longer.
I didn't help him get an apartment.
Okay.
He randomly showed up in my town one day directly across from my apartment, Your Honor, which was very disturbing. He had just got divorced not even a week before he moved here, so I felt like I was the next victim.
A week before, MB,
He parks
by the way,
directly facing my window every day, which he has his own parking spot in front of his building, in front of his unit, which he's monitoring my whereabouts and my comings and goings.
Well,
so that's
let me
another.
kind of focus in here. You provided several screenshots of things that seem to be from Brian Pruitt to you. There's something from July 3rd. There's something from July 2nd. And I'm just trying to understand. So no relationship. He just shows up looking at your apartment. When did that happen about? When did that happen?
Your Honor, to be more concise, we were acquaintances, like trying
trying to be what, ma'am? NPC sending $5, helping me hit my July goals. Also, look. Oh my god. I love sugar and sour. This one is flavored chamoy. I don't know what that is, but I like it. And oh no, this is cherry. Where's the chamoy one? I like that one too. This one's cherry apparently. And thank you again, NPC. You're so sweet to me. And thank you, Streamlabs, for showing up today. Appreciate that. We're all working together. Let's let these crazy people continue to spew their crazy.
I was trying to be a friend of his, you know. But I mean, the beginning of the messages say it all. He said he would control his emotions, but no, I'm sorry. What was the question?
Well, you've got here, maybe it'll help you. You did this whole record of texts and they go
Yes,
from
ma'am.
May all the way through July. Why don't we
Yes, ma'am, because the
zero
April
in?
one,
Yeah, let's talk about July 11th. That seems to be the incident, if it occurred, that Mr. Pruitt says caused him to come to the court. So, July 11th, you say, and so is this, when I look at, I think it's page 4 of your timeline, if you want to, you look like you're getting ready to join me there, July 11.
July 11th. Okay.
So what does this say?
So this day, let's see, what was July 11th? Was that a Wednesday?
It was a Friday.
Friday, okay. This incident right here is I went to Mr. Pruitt's door, and he answers the door in boxers. And basically I'm wanting to know about the fraud case that my credit card company called me about. It was kind of an alarming thing, and so he wasn't wanting to respond about that to clarify or clear his name on that. So I wanted to know about that, and also why he sent me messages about giving him money for his rent. I mean, we weren't dating, so even if you were dating someone, that would be a little awkward to ask somebody for money. I don't know why he thinks I have just $3,000 laying around to give him for his rent and whatever
So
whatever
that
else.
refers back to, then you've put an exhibit in here. It says texting with Mayor Brian Pruitt. I don't know what page it is that you put this on. Hate this woman, 1:42 p.m. First month's rent and fees and late fees. So I don't know who's saying what to whom. What is this? Who's saying what to do?
Are you on page 4?
I don't know what page this is. It's a screenshot
Oh,
of
screenshot.
texting with
Okay.
Major Brian Pruitt. Hate this woman, 1:42
He's
p.m. And then
he's referring to his landlord, Your Honor.
so this is, how do you
And I
have
got
this texting? So
multiple
this is
texts about
this
his
is a
landlord.
screenshot of a text that you received?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I see the text now here where it says texting with and then hate this woman at 1:42 p.m. You can't tell by the way it's copied on the paper, but where it says first month's rent, that is actually a screenshot that he took on his phone that he sent to me, a conversation between him and his landlord.
Okay, and so what does this have to do with you?
It doesn't, I don't know.
Okay, Do you know when this happened, when you got it?
When I got this message,
Yeah.
this would have been July. Oh, I didn't put a date on this one. Okay, first month's rent. I hate this woman. That had to have been July. It was around the 10th, I believe, or the 9th of July, Your Honor.
And so
Because it was shortly before. Mm-hmm.
what am I supposed to take from this, from your perspective?
Your Honor, he's pushing harassment of his landlord to me, and there's multiple messages. He told me he wanted to hurt his landlord, and in person. And there's another one about, babe, this woman is crazy, or I I I don't know why I'm receiving these messages,
She
and
does
I would
love
like
Milky so
there
much.
to not be any more communication from Brian to me
But don't
regarding
Okay,
worry.
his
so that was
landlord.
sometime, that message you think was sometime around July 10th.
That's correct.
Okay, and then backing up to what, I don't know what page it is for you, but another screenshot, looks like it is a communication potentially between the two of you. And June 18 at 12:34 p.m.
Yes, Your Honor.
So
Concurred.
what am I missing? Who's the bubble that says, what am I missing? Who's that?
It starts, what am I missing?
Yeah, under the June 18th at 12:34, there's a very small bubble above. Let's see what Connie does.
Okay, I see this one. That's also a screenshot of um
Mikey's the one that's been on the show.
okay, this
before.
one is Messenger. Uh this basically is me reminding Mr. Pruitt, of me wanting distance from him. I basically gave him a scenario back in June of, I'm sending him a reminder of what I've told him previously, that well, let's see if you get evicted. If you don't, maybe we can have a relationship or friendship later. So I sent him that. It'll give us time. That was way back in June. So I'm like,
So
I have
which
multiple.
is what I'm trying to figure out. Let's see what Connie does. Who's saying that?
That's me, Your Honor.
Okay, and so the next one, what am I missing? Is that Brian?
That is Brian.
Brian is
Okay,
Betty.
and then you respond again, Brian, you asked me 3 times to be your girl, that's yours?
That's correct. And then I blocked him.
All right, so on June 18th, you blocked him.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Which is then consistent with his testimony, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, so then.
I don't know if somebody asked me to
So
be their
there's this
girl.
issue with the.
That might get me.
So then you've got these other, not sure what to make of these. Brian Pruitt, July 2nd details, well-paid July, and Connie doesn't care. What is this? Is it to you?
This is to me, Your Honor. I mean, honestly, I feel like I'm the one being harassed about Mr. Pruitt and his living situation, which has nothing to do with me. Your Honor, I've been at my residence for over 6 years. I've never had any issues. The neighbors are all like family, and just randomly one day, Mr. Pruitt arrives in town, not by my doing, and now all of this. And it's like, it's very disturbing, Your Honor. But I'm sorry, I'm going back to what you were asking me.
All right, so all of these are about difficulties with money and
Yes,
the,
that has nothing to do with me. I never owed him anything. I've never borrowed anything from him. He's never borrowed anything from me. I do not know why I'm getting these messages. There was never an agreement. Um, Your Honor, I
so
do
how did
know
you, can I ask you how you got these messages? And what was this? These
he's
aren't
sending them.
texts, so,
He's sending them in text.
okay. These are text screenshots that you've gotten in July. All right. And
And there's also pictures of copies of the money that he sent to his landlord.
and these you also received by text?
These were sent via email,
Okay. Do you
I
know why
believe.
you received them from Mr. Pruitt?
I do not, Your Honor. Maybe this was him proving to me that he could pay his rent, and if I would accept him in a relationship, I don't really know the motive, Your Honor. Only he does. I don't know what this has to do with me.
All
But
right.
I think,
So you
Your
also
Honor,
provided something from July 4th. I can't believe your inappropriate and childish behavior. So that you received from Mr. Pruitt as well by text?
yes.
So there's a information from Mr. Pruitt in his petition that
I'm getting
on the
sketchy vibes from
11th,
him,
there's
MB,
time around
right?
there that you came to his door, but this seems to say that either you did it before as well. Can't believe you tried to barge through my dorm with my girlfriend here and then tell her I've had a bunch of women. So what happened on the 4th? What was this all about? Why did you put this in your response?
Yes. Your Honor, did I say I knocked on his door on the 11th?
He said that in his petition. And so then you filed this, I can't believe your inappropriate and childish behavior, that
Actually,
July 4th details. That's from Mr. Pruitt to you, right?
so now that I'm reading this, it was actually on it was July 2nd or July 3rd, because I remember it was right before the 4th of July where me and the neighbors did fireworks. So, and that was the last time I saw him, actually.
All right.
Well,
So
mutually.
what happened there that what happened? I mean, does this text that I'm reading that you filed for me to read, what should I take from this July 4th text from Mr. Pruitt?
I believe I filed this, Your Honor, because the one that says severely insane at the top, where it says I can't believe inappropriate. It's it's how would you, what's the word? It's falsified. It's not real.
Tell me what happened then.
Um, this he's referring to the day that he opened the door in boxers, but it's got a bunch of added stuff that doesn't make any sense.
Okay. So you tell me what happened that you last time you saw him was around July 4th. What happened around there that caused the end of
Um,
your seeing Mr. Pruitt?
when he answered the door in boxers, Your Honor, um, he said that he was sleeping and that we could talk tomorrow, and I just thought that was kind of weird. Why would we talk? Why would he request to speak with me tomorrow. It's like he wanted this to continue or something.
So why did you go to the door? Let me understand that. Why did you go over to Mr. Pruitt's?
To ask about the fraud call that I got from my credit card company.
And why would you ask him about that?
I wanted clarification, Your Honor. I wasn't trying to be
Clarification of,
if it was him, because I thought it was really weird. I've never in the years that I've had my financial institutions, no one's ever called me with the exact first and last name of a person questioning me about fraudulent activity. So it was very disturbing. I didn't want to talk to my company and accuse them of anything. I just wanted clarification of,
why would,
did we?
okay, why would you think it's Mr. Pruitt who committed fraud on your credit card?
They said his first and last name, Your Honor.
Okay, did you give him a credit card?
If you can see in my documentation of text, when we started talking back, and let me get the right day. Uh, One moment. Back in May 28th, the first page of record of text Pruitt/Jordan with the case number at the top on the first page. On the 28th, I message him, my wallet is in your glove box. Can I please have it back? He responds, I'll bring your wallet tomorrow for sure. And I respond, I would never just keep your stuff. This is messed up. I said, this is so crazy. I'm worried you will do with it. I'm worried and scared. And then
All right.
he shows up like a couple hours later, and it's like wee hours in the morning. I'm frustrated. I'm worried. And so I didn't even remember that until I went through all the text messages and, but it wasn't until almost, a month or so later of when I get the call from my credit card company. So
Okay. All right. So you go over then around the 4th to ask about it. He answers the door in his boxers and you think that's weird. So his
it was around the
email,
second or third.
okay, second or third. And then that email though, that I referred to, I think it's an email, I'm not sure, but I can't believe your inappropriate childish behavior. So that's not what happened. You didn't barge through the door. The girlfriend is, rang the doorbell at 1 something in the morning, any of that?
Your
You're
Honor,
saying all
I'm not
that's
even
that.
I'm not even sure he has a girlfriend, Your Honor. That's probably made up too. I mean, it doesn't matter to me, but um it's
So you're
Your
saying
Honor,
that you
I
didn't
have
pound on the door, you didn't try to force your way in.
Your
Is that
Honor,
what you're saying?
I have chronic back issues and knee problems. Mr. Pruitt actually gave me a cane for my knee
Oh, I
problems.
just want an answer to
I
that.
No,
His
ma'am.
allegations that you pounded on the door, that you rammed your body into it, did you or did you
Completely
not do
false.
those things? Okay.
100% false, Your Honor. That's why I filed what I filed. Mr. Pruitt's manipulating the court, and I believe that is a crime
All
or
right. So
equivalent to
then,
a crime. No,
so
it's a
then,
hundred. Mm-mm.
so when is the last, so the second or third, I quite sure when things happen from your point of view, but around July 2nd or 3rd or so, you go to the house, you go to his place, wanting to know if he can clarify this credit card fraud because he had your wallet back in May, I think it was. And
That's correct.
And then how did that meeting,
I was just eating it with
did you go
lettuce.
in, or how did you resolve that issue when you went to his apartment? How did that resolve?
Nothing. He said, come back. We'll talk about it tomorrow along with the rent. And I was like, what? And then he shut the door and he's like, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Okay, bye. And then I left.
And then after that, what contact did you have with Mr. Pruitt or his son?
After July, around 2nd or 3rd, Mr. Pruitt continued to contact me. July 11th.
How though?
July-
How, in what ways?
Via text and email, Your Honor. He even came to my home asking for food, Your Honor. I
When
believe it
was
was
that?
around July 15th.
Okay, so that was soon, let's see, July 14th. He was here in the court. I'm trying to look for those. I've got these things, July 2nd, well-paid July, and Connie doesn't care. And you say you received these texts from, if you can save me, somehow I'll be your friend, but no romance. This is crazy. I got the 14-day notice. So that's July 2nd. That's a text or that you exchanged with Mr. Pruitt?
That one that you just read, I believe he emailed.
Okay. All right. And that was July 2nd. And then you go over to talk. And then July 3rd, I have something, just give her the rest of what? I don't have a penny to my name and couldn't pay child support this month, trying to find a job today, sent from my iPhone. So was that also then July 3rd? So apparently after you met him at his door?
Oh, let me see. So after the door. Sorry, I lost track here.
So you've got looks like an
We've
email
all
or
lost the plot,
an
ma'am.
email from him to you, July 3rd. Just kind of looking at things, trying to understand what happened for second and third, talking about child
So
support.
Bizarre is
the
pretty
third,
good.
I see, for July 3rd, I see copies.
Are there ultrasound
He's sending me
pictures in
pictures
there?
that he took of the check that he gave his landlord. That's what I'm seeing for July 3rd. I'm also seeing, um, he's thanking me for the food, I guess. It says, thank you, but I'm depressed today and I do not have the mental capacity to deal with all of this. Maybe tomorrow, Toya. Okay, so that explains why. Earlier I said that he said tomorrow, but he told me that in
Muskrat!
person, so I'm wondering if I have a day missing.
Yeah.
Um,
So then it sounds like the July 4th letter, I can't believe you're inappropriate and childish behavior. And that reflects back to the meeting at the door. His point of view and your point of view are very different there.
yeah, I'm not sure where the disconnect is with the fourth because I remember clearly I did not see him on the 4th of July because I had made arrangements with the neighbors. We always have a fireworks show and I didn't have any interest in communicating with Mr. Pruitt on a holiday.
All right. So Mr.
But
Pruitt tells me in his statement here that June 10th, he told you in person, don't contact him or anyone he knows or his child. What do you have to say about that perspective?
after June, you said June 10th?
That's what he told the court here today, June 10th, in person. You came up to his son and then he approached you and said, no contact, leave us alone.
No, Your Honor. Mr. Pruitt gets his son every other weekend and also every Tuesday of the my cleaning lady dropped off that package and it was
Well,
the
let me
Tuesday
step
before.
back. We
Oh,
step back to the
Ma'am!
June 10th. Maybe it did or didn't happen in your mind, but
okay,
he
June
says
10th.
around June 10th, in person, he told you, leave me alone, don't contact my kid.
He
Do you
continued
agree? Not agree?
communication with me after June 10th, Your Honor, if that's what you're asking.
Cleaning
Pardon?
lady, humble brag, by the way.
Mr. Pruitt continued communication with me after June 10th, if that's what
So
you're
do you
asking
remember
me.
that meeting? That's what I'm asking you to understand better. He says June 10th, he told you in person, leave us alone. Did that happen or not? Do you recall that?
That did not happen, Your Honor. I'm sure I would have it in this timeline. That's what my whole point. There's no consistent timeline of Mr. Pruitt's statements, Your Honor. Most of it's fabricated or exaggerated. Um,
So then he also told the court that sometime in the first week of July, he told you by text that he blocked you and he told you not to contact him anymore. Do you remember such?
what day? I'm sorry.
He said in his testimony that around the first week of July that he told you not to contact him by text. What's your recall?
If he's claiming July 1st, on July 3rd, he's texting me that he hates his landlord around 1:42 p.m. Sends screenshots, text from his landlord. Around this time is when I get the unexpected phone call from the credit company, of the suspicious transaction. And then he asked me for $3,000 and that he would get me back in payments.
Okay. And then in your timeline, you said it's page 4 of your timeline. You want to go to page 4, you start to talk about July 14 and July 15 and July 16 and 17. So tell me what all that means.
Okay, so this is where it gets interesting. So
Yeah, it does get interesting. Brutal Bob comes in here with a statement like, Miss Paisley, my owner is Palestinian Christian. She makes killer hummus. Fuck yeah, I want some, baby. I'm hungry.
for the 14th, I'm referring to taking a woman with me to an event that me and Mr. Pruitt were going to. But I gave his ticket to somebody else, so I guess that's
So those
how it.
quotes are from you or from him, or what happened July 14th? Are you talking to each other in person, by text? What's going on?
I sent him I sent him that message.
Okay, by text?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, so you sent that. You said she's very beautiful in person, amazing, everything, thinking about asking her out this weekend.
Right, because
Okay, and then respondent, so you gave the ticket to someone else. So you sent that information to Mr. Pruitt. Did you get a response?
I don't believe so. Well, the response that I got was a protection order, Your Honor.
Okay, so why did you, all right, so, okay, so did he reach out to you to cause this discussion
About the woman?
about the tickets or whatever happened July 14? Did he reach out to
No,
you or you reached?
I believe I was just letting him know that I gave them to someone else and not to expect him to come with me because it was my event that I invited him. He never was clear on, um, you know, paying me back for it, but considering all the discussion of the $3,000, I kind of assumed that he wasn't interested in paying me back or going to the event. So I just invited somebody who I knew wanted to go. And so he knew I was going to be gone that entire weekend. I was in Seattle. And then the Monday that I got back, which he knew because he can see my vehicle in the driveway, when he knew that I was back, is when he contacted the police saying that I violated the order.
So that's
But
July 15th? Your note there on July 15th?
respondents
What's
claiming
that
that.
about?
Oh, that's actually the day that the package was dropped off, Your Honor, at 11:50 a.m., 10 minutes before she clocked out.
And so how did that come to be?
So she's here in the mornings till about noon. I let her know that I didn't know the mentality or of what was going on with Mr. Pruitt, but that his son was expecting a package from me and Mr. Pruitt knew about it, but the package was late because it came from overseas, so it was delayed. So like by the time everything had come to where it was is when I received it. But the Tuesday that I got it, I actually didn't want to take it over there because I didn't know if I should, or like his mentality was kind of wishy-washy. So I just waited till my cleaning lady came, and so she set it on his porch. She said when upon pulling out, that's when Mr. Pruitt actually picked up the package on Tuesday, not on Thursday that he's alleging, Your Honor.
Right, so then you go on to July 16 and 17 on the next page. What's that about?
Could you please bring Moochie scissors from the kitchen? Okay,
Don't care.
so
Wrap it up.
my neighbor is also, his name is also Brian, which he babysits my dog whenever I leave town. Or,
She
if I
pulled a
need a
me. We
babysitter.
always remember the story where I fucked a guy named Mike and I liked another guy named. No, wait, what was the story? I fucked a guy named Mike and I wanted him to call me again. There was a guy I met on Tinder named Mike who I never wanted to call me again. When Mike from Tinder, who I thought was from Tinder, texted me, I shut him down hard. Turned out it was the correct Mike that I wanted to climb like a bike. And I had to go crawling back and explain to him. And then from then on, I give people emojis when they have the same name.
So this message may have accidentally gone to the wrong Brian. I was asking to return my dog's scissors from the kitchen drawer.
Okay. So you're concerned that this message went to Brian Pruitt.
Yes, ma'am. But it's not
Okay.
harassment. It's asking for my dog's scissors.
So July 17th, but you did not intend it to go to Mr. Pruitt, is what you're telling me.
Yes, ma'am. On
Okay,
the
so then July 17, what's that about?
um this particular morning, so I had just got a different vehicle and um I was installing, well, I don't know if I need to say what I was doing to my car, but I was doing a detail thing to my car. And, it was early in the morning. Um, I'm always aware of my surroundings. I know when neighbors go to work and stuff like that. But not too far behind me, I heard a vehicle start their engine. I didn't really think much of it, but I just thought it was kind of weird because it's super quiet here in the mornings. Like you could hear a pin drop. And so when I get out of I when I get poke my head out of the trunk, when I look up, it's Mr. Pruitt driving very slowly next to my vehicle.
And
And
when was this? July 17th.
that was
Okay.
on the 17th
So
at
you
about
share a parking
8:15.
lot.
No, we do not.
Oh, okay.
He's, Your Honor, he's less than 100 feet from my house.
Okay. Okay. But there's not a common parking lot for the,
No, nope. He is not supposed to be parked facing my apartment. He can park in front of his house.
okay. Okay, so if I've got any further questions from what you've provided the court here. All right.
Oh, um, I did. I think I see what you were asking me earlier. Um,
Hmm.
the screenshot that says June 3rd in whiteout at 9 a.m. Babe, what is her damn problem with the screenshot of J Properties? Has represented yourself, which is fraud. I was never more discounts, pay your rent on time, and take care of the townhome.
Mhm. And what's
His
that?
rent.
What am I to take from that?
It has nothing to do with me. If
Okay.
any,
And you-
I'm the one being harassed, Your Honor, for unknown reasons. I don't know why any of this, his apartment has anything to do with me, Your Honor. I don't,
The information in the bubbles is from whom?
that is a screenshot.
I know,
Uh,
but I didn't know I would upset you and businesses understood. Who is saying that?
that is Mr. Pruitt talking to his landlord.
Okay, and then you have misrepresented yourself, you think might be the landlord responding?
That is correct.
Okay, I see. And this was sent to you sometime around June 3rd.
Yes, that's
Okay.
correct.
Does anybody think this is
And
gonna get
babe,
put
what
in
is her damn
place?
problem? Question mark, what's that? Who's writing that? To whom?
That
Do you know?
that is Mr. Pruitt referring to me as babe. I'm not sure if this is for sympathy. What is her damn problem? I don't know. We don't have the same landlord, so I cannot speak for whatever's going on over there.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, got it.
All right,
Um,
okay. Judge,
I don't think
can
I
you
have
wrap it
any
up?
other questions of you. Anything you want to sum up on, Ms. Jordan?
Your Honor, I do consider, um, considering the escalation of everything and the harm that's been caused me, I do have a concern that um,
Fortunately, you've frozen and your connection's failing. There you go. You're
I,
back. This
I
is
don't know
about
what
an
happened.
5
order,
more
whether I
minutes.
should issue an order on behalf of Mr. Pruitt against you. It's not about an order for you. Should I issue an order against
I
you
have
for Mr. Pruitt? That's the question.
so before I got turned off, I was trying to say my concern about my doctor's office that I've been going to since 2019 is about maybe not even 60 feet from Mr. Pruitt. That's why I did the modification thing. But other than that, I don't want any contact with Mr. Pruitt, and I have to take care of the other stuff now. But I just have a fear of, he's been making false reports and stuff, which is very concerning. And I'm not, I don't feel safe at my own house, Your Honor.
Okay, well, Mr. Pruitt feels the same here. All right. So I've heard lengthy discussion from both of you trying to parse what, Ms. Jordan, come on back. Need you to have your camera on. You still with us? You're muted. Okay, I see a thumbs up. I can see you now. All right, so Mr. Pruitt, I am not issuing an order after today, and I'll tell you why. It's kind of on the edge here, Ms. Jordan. I'm counting on the fact that this was a really useful hearing for both of you to know you want nothing to do with each other. Mr. Pruitt doesn't want you to contact him, his family, his kids, anything. You don't want any contact with him. And you both live in close proximity and do things in close proximity to your homes and to each other's homes. So at least we know that. But I have to find that Ms. Jordan engaged in a knowing and willful course of conduct directed at Mr. Pruitt to cause this unlawful harassment, that there was emotional distress, substantial emotional distress, that it didn't serve any legitimate or lawful purpose. I think certainly Mr. Pruitt is disturbed by your contacts. Some of this, it looks like there was contact even after the times Mr. Pruitt may have thought that he told you not to contact him, but he initiated some contacts with you. But I think whether it was the 11th or the 4th, I think that kind of put a final capper on it, that nobody wanted anything to do with each other. So I don't find the intention is substantiated to a legal standard. It looks like it's a messy end to a relationship, whether either of you believe there was a relationship, one believes there was, one doesn't, but a messy relationship of either a intimate relationship or a friendship or whatever it was. And now it's settled. Now I expect nobody contacts each other. Nobody bothers each other. Nobody sends texts or in any way, since you both said not wanted. So the order ends now. And the two of you adults take it from here. But there is no prohibition of distance. You just go about your business and don't contact each other. So that's it for today. Mr. Pruitt, any questions?
No, Your Honor. I mean, if she does make contact or send a text or an email, do you have any recommendations?
Well, Ms. Jordan, obviously nobody wants to have contact. You don't want.
MB, you're so sweet. Thank you for the super chat. Guess what? She's not quite done yet. She wants to say something here. She's got a foul look on her face. You see that? I have a beautiful look on my face saying, thank you, MB. I will try to redirect to Colin. He wasn't live earlier. He wasn't live earlier when I tried to set it up today. What the fuck? I have all these volcano cameras for some reason. I got all these volcano cameras set up. There it is. It's upcoming. It's upcoming. Okay, but don't go away yet, because guess what, you guys? She goes a little nutso.
Your Honor, I mean, if she does make contact or send a text or an email, do you have any recommendations?
Well, Ms. Jordan, obviously nobody wants to have contact. You don't want any contact with Mr. Pruitt, so don't send anything that would cause him to do that. And Mr. Pruitt, you don't send anything obviously to her to cause that to happen either.
Yes, Your Honor. And I'm good then. I mean, I just hope that it seems like she's following up with some other things, so hopefully it doesn't turn into, something else.
Yeah, just leave each other alone.
Yes,
And don't
ma'am.
look for clarification. Don't contact each other after today to
Mhm.
talk about anything. If you don't want to have contact, that's up to you now. So
I'm
that's it.
sorry,
Ms.
Miss.
Pruitt, or Ms. Jordan, any question?
Was that a threat that he just said? I don't
No,
understand what
Ms.
he said.
Jordan, no.
Oh, please.
Just leave each other alone. Just leave each other alone. That's up to you now. Both of you are adults. Leave each other alone. All
Thank you, Your
right, so
Honor. Have a good
the
day.
order ends. So long.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Was that a threat that he just said? I don't
No,
understand what
Ms.
he said.
Jordan, no.
Oh, please.
Just leave each other alone. Just leave each other alone. That's up to you now. Both of you are adults. Leave each other alone. All
Thank you, Your
right, so
Honor. Have a good
the
day.
order ends. So long.
Thank you.
Was that a threat? Wow, what an ending. It let me redirect, so maybe you'll get into Collins members only. If you're members, I have no clue. What a weird hearing. Honestly, absolutely weird. Very little you could fast forward through because they were just constantly fucking meandering through this story, which ended up being fucking nothing. Can you imagine spending so much energy of your life on shit like this? When you've known somebody for like 3 weeks? I've known all of you for longer, for the most part. Anyways, thank you so much for being here. I hope you noticed that our members only is already posted for tomorrow. Was that a threat, Naybell? Yeah, that was a threat. Our members only tomorrow morning, plus a regular show tomorrow. I'll have to check when Mikey, they're doing their, I think he said 5 o'clock. So I'll maybe do mine, I don't know. Before that, we'll see. Do me a favor. In the meantime, thank you so much for being here. Do me a favor. Remember that I love you. And I'm proud of you. And I'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye. Bye. Bye.
Ways down and ready to ride.